Some guy left a comment on one of my videos about science, and he seems to think that science is just as untrustworthy as religion is, or at least that it is almost as untrustworthy as religion is. As an example of science's untrustworthiness, he cites a theory from over 100 years ago that has been debunked for almost as long. I see apologists do this kind of thing all the time. They will say, look at how many scientific theories have been overturned and thrown out. This shows that science is untrustworthy. When apologists do this, they conveniently leave out the fact that erroneous scientific findings are shown to be erroneous by better scientific findings. The scientific process itself corrects the errors that sometimes fall through science's cracks. This is the example this guy gives. Science said women shouldn't ride bikes because of excessive wobbling, a woman's natural inability to keep her balance, and the threat of her eyes popping out of her head. All this official research with absolute positive evidence done by scientists to keep women in their place using threats and intimidation. Kinda like religion, right? The difference though is that science has a built-in mechanism to rid itself of such biases, and religion does not. Science no longer takes such ridiculous notions about women seriously, but religion still very much takes its own ridiculous notions about women seriously. Then he gives this stupid example. Also, Dr. Johansson's precious fossil Lucy has been debunked and proven a hoax. That's not true. Lucy is still regarded as a legitimate Australopithecus fossil. But even if it were a hoax, I think it's far more likely that such a hoax would be exposed by another scientist rather than a theologian. Also, science immediately drops support for discoveries that are conclusively shown to be hoaxes. Religions often retain faith in hoaxes for centuries after they've been debunked. Science is a system that examines all new claims skeptically, and religion is not. He also says, you have the same problem as those religious people. No, I don't, because I'm not committed to any dogma. Religious people think some things should never be questioned. That's their biggest problem. Science says everything is open to be questioned, so scientists don't have that problem. The whole reason we now know that every piece of bad science he cites was wrong is precisely because science itself corrected these mistakes. When a bad scientific theory is disproven, it's most often disproven by other scientists. Every time you cite a piece of bad science that's been proven wrong, you are showing another example of science working just as it is intended to work. You are showing that scientists regularly do what the religious rarely do. They revise their beliefs according to the evidence.